Derrick Rose was setting the world on fire in 2011, but devastating knee injuries prevented him from reaching his full potential. After years of constantly getting hurt, it was clear he wasn't the same player anymore. He reached rock bottom when the Utah Jazz cut him from the team. Everyone thought his career was over, but what happened next, nobody saw coming.
Rose out of the corner, and it's a new career high for Derrick Rose.
What does it mean to you, Derrick?
Everything, man. I work my ass off, bro.
After everyone counted him out, he revived his career and reminded the basketball world exactly who he was. This is the inspiring comeback of Derrick Rose. In 2011, D. Rose shocked the basketball world by becoming the youngest MVP at only 22 years old. As a kid that grew up in the south side of Chicago, becoming a superstar for his hometown team was a great story. His acrobatic drives to the hoop and rim-rocking dunks left fans in awe. But the same fearless playstyle that made him a superstar also led to brutal knee injuries that caused him to miss multiple seasons of basketball. The injuries also robbed him of the freakish athleticism that made him so special. By 2016, it was clear that Rose was no longer the dominant force he once was. He wanted to spend his entire career on the Bulls, but the team was ready to move on, so that summer they traded him to the Knicks. D. Rose was absolutely heartbroken.
What's up, D? You lying. Yeah. Just in awe.
The news crushed him. Rose had poured everything he had into the city of Chicago, yet the Bulls decided it was time to move on. But eventually he turned the page and embraced a new beginning with the New York Knicks. In New York, he would form a big three with Carmelo Anthony and a young Kristaps Porzingis. Together, D. Rose believed they could be one of the NBA's deadliest teams. Early that season, Rose returned to Chicago for the first time as an opponent. The United Center welcomed him home with a standing ovation, and the Bulls honored their former MVP with an emotional tribute video. In the game, Rose was terrific, dropping 15 points and 11 assists as the Knicks got a nice win. For a moment, it looked like Rose's fresh start might actually work, but soon things would quickly unravel. The team struggled mightily on defense and the offense never took off. At no point did the Knicks ever look like contenders. Rose was having a good year, but he couldn't fix all of their problems. They won just 31 games and missed the playoffs entirely. The Knicks' season was a disaster, but soon a new opportunity would emerge. D. Rose signed a one-year deal with the Cavaliers. Fresh off 3 consecutive finals appearances, the Cavs were chasing another championship. Playing alongside LeBron James and Kevin Love, he hoped this would be the fresh start he desperately needed. The new-look Cavs would be tested immediately. On opening night, they faced their biggest rival in the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics. D. Rose played like he had something to prove.
Jan Irving is shooting right about 50% from the floor. Little dance move there by Rose.
Rose scored 14 points in a convincing opening night win over the Celtics. For a moment, it looked like everything was finally heading in the right direction. But then disaster struck. In just the second game of the season, Rose suffered a bad ankle sprain against the Bucks. Rose sat out the next 4 games to recover from his injury, but on October 29th against the Knicks, he was ready to give it a go. Rose played well, scoring 15 points. It looked like he was picking up right where he left off, but game after game, the pain from his ankle injury kept lingering. Eventually, the ankle soreness became unbearable. The Cavs shut him down and placed Rose in a walking boot to give him time to recover. At this point, D. Rose had had enough. His career was a constant cycle of injuries, surgeries, and setbacks. Basketball stopped being fun. For the first time in his life, Rose questioned if he even wanted to play anymore. The Cavaliers allowed Rose to take time off from the team to ponder his NBA future. After weeks of soul-searching and with the support of his family, Rose decided that he wasn't ready to walk away from the game he loved. He finally made his return in late January, but the team he came back to was a hot mess. The Cavaliers looked nothing like the contender they were expected to be. Desperate to improve the roster, the front office traded several players at the trade deadline, including Derrick Rose. D. Rose was traded to the Jazz, who immediately waived him. He was now at his lowest moment. A player that had once been the MVP of the league had just been disposed of by two teams. And to make matters worse, he remained a free agent. Weeks kept going by without Rose receiving interest from any team. At this point, his future was uncertain. It looked like the end of his career, but D. Rose had been through too much to quit now. He kept training, hoping someone would give him a chance. Almost everyone had written Derrick Rose off, but one man still believed in him: Tom Thibodeau. Tibbs had coached Rose when he was on the Bulls, and now as both coach and team president of the Timberwolves, he gave Rose a one-year deal. Many believed this was his last chance to prove he still had a place in the NBA. The Timberwolves were having their best season in years behind the play of Jimmy Butler, Karl Anthony Towns, and Andrew Wiggins. But after Butler got hurt in February, the Wolves fell down the standings and were now fighting for playoff positioning. They needed another scorer, and Tibbs believed Rose was the man for the job. Rose quickly proved him right, providing the Wolves strong production off the bench. This helped the Wolves to survive Butler's absence. Butler eventually returned in April, helping Minnesota to make the playoffs as the 8th seed. In the first round, they faced the Rockets, who were the overwhelming favorite. Although Minnesota lost in 5 games, Rose helped them get their lone win of the series, dropping 17 points in Game 3. It was an early playoff exit, but one thing was for certain: D. Rose proved he still belonged. In free agency, he re-signed with the Wolves on a veteran minimum contract for the 2018-19 season. For the first time in years, he entered the season healthy and with confidence. Early in the season, he proved his good showing in the playoffs was no fluke. In late October, the Wolves faced the Mavs, where D. Rose went toe-to-toe with Luka Doncic.
Luka, okay, step back 3. Oh, and Wiggins on skates. Rose taking it inside. Oh, what a finish by Derrick Rose.
White and Mackey like to play together. Do it well.
Yeah.
And Wesley is showing you that he does in spite of the struggle.
Rose has it anyway.
D. Rose turned back the clock, dropping 28 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. He was on an absolute tear and showed no signs of slowing down. Night after night, he stayed in attack mode. His drives to the basket, crafty finishing, and smooth dishes made him a problem for opposing teams. D. Rose was back, but nobody, not even his biggest supporters, could predict what would come next. On Halloween night, the Wolves would play the Utah Jazz. The Timberwolves were shorthanded with no Jimmy Butler, but D. Rose would have a game to remember.
Finally gives it up. Derrick Rose straight away looking at triple Kansas.
You know, a challenge for Derrick Rose now. One thing I was looking forward to is he takes Rudy Gobert right to the rack.
More cowbell. Love the anchor man as well. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose has 41. Rose out of the corner, and it's a new career high for Derrick Rose. Rose gets inside, puts up a tough shot, and hits it anyway. 50. Another rebound. Exum has it blocked in the corner by who else? Derrick, 2011 MVP, Rose.
Against the same team that cut him just a season ago, Rose dropped a career-high 50 points. He had dealt with so much adversity, so much pain. All the blood, sweat, tears, and dedication had paid off.
A huge victory for this team, and it comes from you and your career-high 50 points. What does it mean to you, Derrick?
Man, everything, man. I work my ass off, bro.
D. Rose will continue to thrive that season, averaging 18 points per game off the bench. His incredible production as a second-unit scorer made him a Sixth-Man of the Year candidate. But despite his amazing play, the Wolves regressed that season. Jimmy Butler demanded a trade and got dealt to the 76ers. Without him, the Wolves won just 36 games and missed the playoffs. That summer, D. Rose would sign a 2-year, $15 million deal with the Pistons. D. Rose had another good year, but the team was going nowhere fast. The Pistons front office decided to start a rebuild, so by the trade deadline, they moved on from D. Rose.
The New York Knicks reached an agreement on a trade to acquire Pistons guard Derrick Rose for Dennis Smith Jr. and 2021 second-round draft pick to reunite Rose with coach Tom Thibodeau.
This was now Rose's second time playing for the Knicks and third time playing under Coach Tibbs. The Knicks were hoping D. Rose could help them make the playoffs. They already had an all-star in Julius Randle, but desperately needed help at point guard. At the time of the trade, New York stood at just 11-15. But could D. Rose actually save the Knicks? Only time would tell.
Fans in terms of tickets, it's mostly family and employees, but they say about 500 as Derrick Rose counted and the foul.
Lowry pushing tempo. Clint has been impressive at times, not so much on that play. Rose off the turnover and the finish. 5-point lead.
Rose looking to shake him up.
Rose gets inside, left-handed, flips it up and in. Derrick Rose.
D. Rose was a godsend. His scoring and playmaking off the bench gave the team the spark it was missing. All of a sudden, the Knicks became one of the hottest teams in the league. Win after win, they kept climbing the standings. By April, they had won 9 straight games and captured the 4th seed in the East. A remarkable achievement. Rose helped bring winning basketball back to New York, but he wasn't satisfied. Just making the playoffs wasn't the goal. He wanted to help the Knicks compete for the championship. In the first round, they would match up against the Atlanta Hawks, who were led by Trae Young. The Knicks were the favorite, but this was still expected to be a competitive series. Game 1 was back and forth from start to finish. D. Rose not only played well, but he put the Knicks in position to win, draining a clutch floater that gave them the lead with seconds left. The game was nearly won. They just needed a stop. But Trae Young would rip Knicks fans' heart out by scoring a driving floater of his own to win the game. With the Knicks now down 0-1 in the series, they knew they needed to respond. In Game 2, D. Rose stepped up.
To make a call, see if the Knicks can convert here. Cut it to 2.
Oh, nifty move by Rose to get got the lights out since April 1st after signing a 4-year deal with Atlanta. There goes Rose, high off the window. Rose.
See if you can pick up a foul or 2.
There's Rose over Bogdanovich.
D. Rose had a terrific first half, dropping 14 points. But despite that production, the Knicks found themselves down 13 at halftime. Another loss will put them in an 0-2 hole. Coach Tibbs knew he needed to make an adjustment. He moved Derrick Rose to the starting lineup at the start of the second half. This was just what the doctor ordered. D. Rose was wreaking havoc in the paint, setting up his teammates perfectly and catching fire from downtown. He went off, which helped the Knicks to outscore Atlanta 32-18 in the third quarter and enter the final period with a 1-point lead. But the game still hung in the balance. Late in the fourth quarter, the score was close. To win, the Knicks needed to close out strong. With the season on the line, D. Rose took over.
Rose with Randle. Gets the switch. Collins on him. Bogdanovich helps. Rose recovers and scores.
And able to get a flush down low.
What a game. Knicks lead by 7. Approaching the 1-minute mark. A Euro step. Randle gets to his strong hand and finishes.
D. Rose scored 26 points and delivered in the clutch as the Knicks got the victory, tying the series at 1-1. Just a few years earlier, his career appeared to be over. Now he was taking over playoff games at Madison Square Garden. It was a nice win, but the battle shifted to Atlanta. Whoever won Game 3 would have control of the series. D. Rose and Trae Young would duke it out.
Rose with the mid-range jump, and a much better three-point shooter this year, but missed on that one. Young in a run.
How much this first away playoff crowd is impacting him.
Not about pulling. Got into the paint. Rose inside over the big man.
30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. D. Rose had a superstar performance, but basketball is a team game. Trae Young got more help from his supporting cast as the Hawks won by a score of 105-94. With the Knicks now down 1-2 in the series, Game 4 was a must-win game. Once again, D. Rose answered the call.
Turned them over 7 times. They're just not getting productivity off those turnovers by Atlanta.
Rose doing things himself with the left hand. Gets it to Rose.
Yep, and a great challenge by Taj.
Barrett quickly in transition. Counted and won.
D. Rose finished with 18 points and 6 assists. But once again, he couldn't do it alone. The Hawks took control of the game in the second half, pulling away for the win and taking a commanding 3-1 series lead. D. Rose was having an excellent series, but it was clear he was facing a much better team. The Hawks closed out the Knicks in MSG, ultimately beating them in 5. It was a quick first-round exit, but D. Rose had plenty to be proud of. He helped revive the New York Knicks and reminded everyone he could still shine on the biggest stage. The next season, D. Rose was hoping he could build off his success, but he would have an injury-riddled year. He was limited to just 26 games after having to get surgery on his ankle. The following season, Jalen Brunson would emerge as the Knicks franchise player. After returning from his injury, D. Rose embraced a new role as a locker room veteran presence. After one final season with the Grizzlies, D. Rose officially retired from the NBA, marking the end of a great career. After D. Rose hung it up, the NBA community wished him a happy retirement.
Congratulations, Pooh, on your retirement. Salute, my brother.
Very happy for you. You had an unbelievable career.
Derrick, congratulations.
The Chicago Bulls also honored him by retiring his jersey, and D. Rose is going to be one of the cover athletes of NBA 2K27. Injuries may have shortened his prime, but he still bounced back and became an excellent player, and he's left behind an incredible legacy. But that's going to be it for me, and now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Derrick Rose's career? What do you think of his comeback? Let me see your thoughts down below in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope to catch you all next video.